Hey YouTube, welcome back to Cassandra's Kitchen, where I eat to live and not live to eat. Today I'm going to be making a vegan fried rice. So if you're interested in seeing how I make this vegan fried rice, stay tuned and I'll show you. Alright, so this is going to be a quick and easy fried rice. What you're going to need to do this fried rice recipe, you're going to need some toasted sesame seed oil. I got 100% pure toasted sesame seed oil. You want toasted sesame seed oil and not regular sesame seed oil. That makes a big difference. I've cooked up some brown rice. I got a couple cups of brown rice that I've already cooked in my rice cooker. So we're going to go ahead and get our oil. This is what really makes your stir fry good, is this sesame seed oil. So you want to get your sesame seed oil down in your pan, and I'm using a wok. If you don't have a wok, that's okay. And then I have some onions, and I have some carrots, and I have some frozen peas. I have some green onions also. I'm not going to put the green onion in there just yet, but I want to get in my veggies first. My onions and carrots. I use the green onions last because I don't want those to wilter. And then I'm going to put in my frozen peas. I just rinse those off. And as far as my frozen peas, I had a 1 pound bag. Had 3 small carrots and 1 medium onion. And all I'm going to do is just give this a nice little stir fry. And it doesn't take a lot to season your rice, because a lot of people will use soy sauce. That's going to give you the seasoning that you're looking for in your rice. But what I'm going to be using instead of soy sauce, I'm using the Bragg's coconut liquid aminos. So it's just an alternative to soy. But you can use your soy sauce. One thing that I always recommend, if you're going to use corn, if you're going to use soy sauce, anything like that in our country is going to be genetically modified. So always look for the non-GMO soy, the non-GMO corn, because those are the two things that are always going to be genetically modified unless it says otherwise on the packaging. What I'm also going to do, I have some of the Mandarin orange crispy chicken. This is not going to go into the stir fry or the fried rice per se. And it is the non-GMO verified. So what I'm going to do is the Gardein brand. I'm going to cook these. You can put them in the oven. You can put them on top of the stove. I'm going to actually put mine in my air fryer to give them a nice little crisp. And then they have this little package of sauce. I'm just going to toss them in this sauce, and I'm going to just kind of put them on with my rice. That's alternative. You don't have to have that for the fried rice, but I think I'm going to do some in mine. Now, for your rice, you don't want to overcook your rice in your rice cooker. As you can see, my rice still has its texture. I've slightly undercooked it, just about 5 minutes, because I'm going to go ahead and put it in the fryer in here, and you don't want it to be too soggy. So I would say don't overcook your rice when you're cooking it in your rice cooker, or however you're going to cook your rice. But you just want to make sure you get enough of the toasted sesame seed oil in there. That's what really brings a lot of your flavor into this dish, is the toasted sesame seed oil, and then your soy sauce or your liquid aminos. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this stir fry a little bit. And then, because those carrots are a little bit tougher than everything else, so I'm just going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to get my rice in here. And then once I get my rice down in the pot, I'm going to go ahead and start flavoring it. So like I said, this is a real quick and easy stir fry that doesn't take a long time to fix. The biggest part is just make sure you have your rice pretty much ready, because you have to have your rice pretty much cooked. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, though, I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic in here, because I love the garlic. And so I'm going to do that. Got to have that garlic in there. And then one other little thing I'm going to add in here is just a little bit of smoked turmeric. just to get those veggies really seasoned up in there really good. So we're just going to let this fry in the wok for about 5 minutes. That's just to give our carrots a little bit more of a, make them a little more tender. And then we're going to go ahead and get our rice in here. We're going to stir fry our rice in. But while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get my chicken into my air fryer. Again, you can do it in a conventional oven, stove top. You just warm the sauce up in some warm water and just let it warm up, and then you just toss it on the chicken once it's done. But this is what the chicken looks like. It just looks like little nuggets. And I like to throw mine in my air fryer for about 5 or 10 minutes to get them crispy on both sides. And then there you have it. Just a nice little mandarin orange crispy chicken that'll go on top of our fried rice. So we're going to let this cook, and I'll be right back once I add the rice. Alright, so this is done cooked. You see the wok cooks really fast, and that's good. And so what we want to do now is get our rice down in here. Get all that out of there. If you need a little bit more oil, which I'm going to put a little bit more of my toasted sesame seed oil in here just to kind of infuse my rice. Get that down in there. And I like cooking with the wok because it cooks really quick. And last but not least, what we want to do, because we want to make sure we get our vegan eggs. I'm sorry I didn't mention the just eggs. Is what you want to get down in here too. So you want to make sure your skillet's really good and hot. What I like to do is kind of make a dome in the middle so your eggs are scrambled. So what I'm using, and this is, you don't have to use the egg, but most of the actual rice would have eggs in it. You know, the scrambled eggs. That's one thing I did like about Chinese food, is they had the egg down in there. So I'm going to go ahead and use the just egg down in mine. And get it open here. Okay. My skillet is getting kind of hot. So you turn this down just a little bit. So it looks like my wok is actually overheating right now. So what I'm going to do with my egg, I'm going to scramble my egg on the side so I don't want to burn my other stuff up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get in my liquid aminos. You just want to squirt that in there, and if you're using soy sauce, you just squirt your soy sauce in there. That's to go ahead and flavor your whole dish. See how good that looks? Just a nice fried rice. And once we get these eggs down in here, that's going to be good. So, and this is a large dish, but I could do the eggs in here, but I don't want to overcook my rice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide that over. And I'm going to do my egg in another skillet. So one moment. Alright, so I just went ahead and shifted the skillets. I just put just a little bit more of the sesame seed oil in here because that's what I'm going to cook my egg in. And basically, we're just going to go ahead and get these just eggs down in here and scramble them up real good. And I used about half of this jug of the just egg. Now, I am going to put just a little bit of pepper in my eggs. I'm going to sprinkle just a little sea salt or pink salt in my eggs. And then we're just going to let this kind of, get hot, and we're just going to scramble this up. And if you want more eggs, that's fine. You can put more eggs in here, but these Just Eggs, I don't know if you've ever cooked with them or not, but they cook just like an egg. This is the only egg replacement that I actually like for eggs to eat like an egg. They got the texture of eggs, they cook like an egg, and they actually taste really good. So the muffins, they did that really right. I love these, and these are non-GMO, made from plants. So I usually get these. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but you can get them sometimes about $3 to $4. I've seen them anywhere up to $5 depending on where I get them at. So, but just let them cook. You see how it's starting to scramble, and you just kind of just scramble it just like you would a regular egg. And I'm just gonna let this go, and if I want more egg in there, I may go ahead and cook the rest of it. Just depend. It is a lot of rice, but it cooks just like your egg. I'm just gonna scramble these up real nice and get these down in our fried rice. Look at that. You couldn't tell the difference when it comes to eggs. So this is one way you can do it. Like I said, you could do it down in the skillet. Mine just kind of overheated. The wok is very thin, so it doesn't hold heat very well, so it overheats, and I didn't want to burn the rest of my rice trying to cook the eggs in there. So, but this is all you do. You see that? A nice scramble. We're just going to dump this down in our rice. I'm actually go ahead and cook the rest of those up, only because yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these eggs. Just gonna put a little bit more oil in here, and I'm sticking to the same sesame seed oil because that's the flavor that we want our rice. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour that on top of that. So for this batch of 2 cups of rice, 1 pound bag of peas, 3 small carrots, a half an onion, I use 1 whole thing of the Just Egg. Like I said, you don't have to have that much egg in yours, but that's one thing I like about the fried rice is the egg in it. So that's just my thing. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and let this set for a second, and then we'll go ahead and stir this one in. But see how quick and easy it is to make some some fried rice, and you can put in there, you know, if you want to do, you know, another mock meat, you can. They have the chicken strips, they have the vegan shrimp, just, you know, whatever your preference is. So let's go ahead and get these stirred around. See how look at that, they cooked just like eggs. I really like these. So we're gonna let this cook, and this was really quick. Like I said, just cook your rice. Other than that, this is a real simple rice stir fry that you can have. And if you like the soy, I do like soy sauce, but I do try to cut back on some of the soy sometimes. But I do like the soy, you know, because I like, naturally you like stuff with salt in it, so I try to cut back. And I did the liquid Bragg's aminos, the coconut aminos, my bad, which is soy free. So I try to, because I'm eating soy in the meat, so I try to cut back on certain things. You know, I'll trim it back on this end if I have a little bit more on that side. So just everything in moderation, I say. But we are almost done here. I'm just going to go ahead and get these fluffed up. But I wanted you guys to see, those who have never cooked with the Just Egg, how they cook. They cook just like eggs. I like to make fry them. You know, I'll put a little bit in the skillet and fry it and turn it and make one of my breakfast sandwiches. Or they make really great omelets too. Put your vegetables down in there and make you a veggie omelet. So that's one thing I did miss the most when I went vegan. I missed my eggs. Because I love me an omelet in the morning with the kale or spinach and mushrooms, peppers and onions. That was one of the things I always liked. And when I went vegan, I never could eat it. Everybody would do the chickpea omelets. Well, it just didn't taste the same to me. And then when the Just Egg came out, it was like, OMG, like, yes. So now I can have that omelet taste of the egg, and I don't even miss the egg anymore. So this was definitely satisfying. Okay, so now we have that. I'm gonna slide my rice back over here and get that down in here. Want all my eggs out of here, so every bit of them. Every bit of these expensive eggs. I want it all. Okay. So, now we have that. Just stir that down in your rice really good. And last but not least, we're going to get in our green onions. The onions that we cut up. Get our green onions down. I don't like putting them in there first because I don't like to cook away all the flavor of the green onion. So I like to get that in there last. And it makes it look nice. So this is a simple, easy vegan fried rice using brown rice. You can use whatever rice you want. You can use the brown rice. You can use the wild rice blend. You can use wild rice. But I went ahead and used my organic brown rice. So let me get a little taste here. It tastes good. The only thing I'm missing is, you know how soy sauce is a little more sodium and not as sweet. So I am just gonna season this with just a little hair of salt. You don't have to. This is my preference. This is my meal. Let's get a little salt in there. That's all I was missing. But other than that, the flavor is good. And this is it, guys. Simple, easy, vegan fried rice. Yes. It tastes good. All right. Well, I'm going to wait on my chicken. I made some egg rolls. Some veggie egg rolls. I do have a recipe for the veggie egg rolls already out on my channel. But I'm going to go ahead and get this plated up. And I'll come back and let you guys see what it tastes like. All right, so our rice is done, of course, and our little chicken, the Mandarin chicken, the Mandarin orange chicken is ready. So these are the little sauce packs that I said they come in there. So I cooked mine in the air fryer. I'm just gonna sauce them. I just pour the sauce over top of them. So simple and easy. Like I said, this is definitely, you don't have to have this on your rice if you don't want it. But I just stick them in warm water and let them kind of unthaw really good and just get warm. And that's all you do with those. And then you just toss it in the orange sauce. And that's all you do. And like I said, this is just if you want to have something meaty on the side, you can do that. And of course, I love my chopsticks. I ordered these on Amazon. Not that I'm the best at holding chopsticks, but I love using my chopsticks when I'm eating. So I have my rice bowl, which you guys can see. That's the bowl of rice. And just stick a little bit of our chicken on the side. And I did make egg rolls, which these are a little crispy, but I made egg rolls. And the egg rolls are on my page from before. But I don't have my wonderful helpers here today in the kitchen with me. So y'all get yours truly to do the taste test. So here we go for the rice. It's something about the toasted sesame seed crispy chicken on the side. This is really good. So hey, there you have it. Simple, easy. Wet my mouth. Simple, easy, vegan fried rice with the mandarin orange chicken, Gardenian chicken on the side. Like I said, you can have the chicken on the side or you can omit the chicken. But either way, it's going to be delicious. So if you try it and you like it, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. And of course, share the video. And if you haven't already subscribed to Cassandra's Kitchen, subscribe. What are you waiting on? So again, from Cassandra's Kitchen to yours, we thank you. I love you guys and be blessed. Bye-bye now.